Hope everyone is doing nice and well tonight on this Monday evening. At least it's Monday evening here in Finnish Lapland. Once again, the aurora has surprised us, and we are having a really good show. Despite a rather unentertaining forecast, we are having a really good show. And the lights were dancing for about 1.5 hours already outside, and I'm pushing some deadlines here, working night and day, but I could not resist, and I saw that more auroras is to come, so I rushed out and started with live stream with you guys. I'm really thinking that the best is yet to come, and this is only the beginning of what to be a really nice show tonight here in Finnish Lapland. So let's all enjoy this amazing show, and hopefully we'll all have a good time. So I'm seeing quite a lot of comments out there. Hopefully you can see the image well and you can hear my sound well. Please comment if there is any weird stuff happening. As always, I'm streaming outside and it's quite cold, and it can be a bit challenging for the technology that I'm using here. So sometimes things do not always work as I wish them to be. Temperature is not very cold tonight, but I think it's still about -7, -8-ish degrees. Have to check for an exact measurement, but in any case, last time I had a really good moment of auroras on top of a huge hill, and it all went well with live streaming until all of my things started to collapse, and I had multiple technical problems with the stream, so it was only 20-something minutes long, and finally I decided just to enjoy myself and gave up on live streaming, but took some nice quality pictures instead. So hopefully this night will be better and I have some better luck with technology. So we are having Chicago online, and it looks like it's snowing like crazy there. Well, good for you guys. Snow always is a welcome thing in my opinion, in my world. So I've heard there is snowing in quite many places around the world and around Europe these days. So it's nice that we can all enjoy some winter for a change. This winter has been really good in Finnish Lapland as well. In the past few years we had a really uneven winter. It was often interrupted by thaw periods, but this winter was really great. We haven't had any warm weather in months, and it looks like it's gonna be relatively cold. And just a few weeks, no, not weeks, just a few days ago, it was something like -25 degrees centigrade again. So it's quite cool weather. We also have quite a lot of sunlight these days. It's almost every day we have clear skies, except today we had a cloudy day. But then in the evening the clouds clear out, we had an amazing sunset, and now the sky is totally clear and we are having a surprise visit from the aurora, although there wasn't anything substantial in the forecast, but still we are seeing this wonderful show. So I guess I'm a little bit high on sensitivity right now. It's very easy to get excited. So I guess the image was a bit too bright, but I think now the aurora is going stronger. It's starting to dance, and I finally found a good setting. Oh wow, look at that. It's dancing over there, over the trees, moving really fast, and there is a nice pink action over there. Look at that. There's a little pink thingy over there, which is quite cool. So nice, so beautiful. So we have Tel Aviv, we have basically all the world. Sarah is watching from the central coast of California. How lovely of you. I guess it's quite warm in California these days. So there is some nice aurora action over there. Looking quite cool indeed. And there is a little gap in the arch for some reason, but there is some arch going on our right, so let me go there. Well, actually, on nights like this, you never know when it's gonna have the best action. Right now, the best action is over there, a little bit on our right. So just correcting the horizon. So looking quite promising tonight. And as always, if you're enjoying this improvised live streaming, I never really plan them in advance, too much far in advance. When we have some good auroras, I try to show them to you, so you can experience the beauty of Lapland as if you were there, so to speak. So if you're enjoying these shows and would like to support us, there is a link on the screen and in the description as well, and you can follow the link and consider purchasing some extras from us, some northern lights pictures, some really cool content, some extra content for the northern lights, and also join our membership program as well. Please follow the link in the description. And we have some nice cool lights. So guys, I'm gonna leave you just for a few seconds. I'm gonna take my camera, my still camera out. I was again in a very rush to start live streaming for you guys, so I don't miss any moments. So I'm gonna go and find my other camera so I can capture some stills, and see you in a bit. We'll watch some auroras, read some comments, and have a good time. So, gotta put my stills camera in order here. So, I believe we are warming up for a beautiful show. This looks like a warm up to me, and I'm really optimistic we will have some blazing lights a bit later tonight. So I'm gonna wait for them to gather. So this February has been really amazing with Northern Lights. Actually, I think I am counting almost like 7 or 8 or even 9 nights with Northern Lights, some sort of Northern Lights. Not always the huge ones, but I think we had 2 or 3 really big ones as well. And if not the clouds, we could see even more amazing shows. But this February has been like aurora hunter's dream, really. So this is really cool and welcome news. Previous months, November, December, and even January were kind of, lots of clouds and not so good activity. But seems like this year, this February will be remembered for quite a long time, as I think I'm having like almost the best February in my aurora hunting life. So a couple of Februaries were good, and generally the activity is very strong in autumn, and then it decreases in the beginning of the winter, and then it increases again in February and March. However, usually it happens like end February and early March, but now this March has been like totally outstanding, like class A possibility to see Northern Lights. So we have quite a lot of people joining the stream. We have Dando saying beautiful show. So now it looks like there is a little bit less action, but really I'm really hopeful that we're gonna catch a really bright moment soon. At least that's the whole reason I'm live streaming today. So to catch this really good aurora explosion. This is looks like a little warm-up, a prelude to the main thing, entree, so to speak. So we have Aaron from Tennessee. Nice to have you on the stream, Aaron. We have Sarah with 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, non parlo americano, so you have to translate that to me into Celsius, or maybe somebody can. I guess it's quite, I don't know, what is it? Is it cold? Is it hot? Who knows? 59 sounds like, sauna temperature to me in Celsius. We have Madrid. We have Juha from Madrid. Hola Juha, ¿qué tal? Mites menee? And aurora is activating again, and I still cannot attach my camera to the tripod. And okay, I guess now I'm ready to take some pictures as well here on the side. Oh, I see it over there. Over there, it's very low on the horizon, guys, very low, but it's beautiful. So okay. Still have my other tripod in my hand, so gonna try to catch that show as well over there. Wow, now we have not one but 2 beautiful arches, and it really comes alive. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Pink colors. So amazing. And I'm still not ready to take this picture. Gotta be careful. So, as I was saying, I was working, doing some deadlines, editing some pictures, and then I kept watching the auroras for a couple of hours online, and then I said, okay, that's it, I'm going out. I have to go out because I cannot stay home when we have this kind of amazing shows happening. So that's what I did, and I guess it was the right decision to do it, because look at that. Oh my god. Look at these lines. Oh my god. Look at that. Isn't this just beautiful? This is amazing. Wow! Wow! Beautiful, beautiful swirls. So I'm still not able to take this picture. Need to change the lens. Alrighty. Okay. Perfect. Now I'm ready to take some pictures if the aurora come dancing again, and it looks like just now it was quite a good appearance. It's very far away right now, just on the horizon, but I'm really hopeful it will activate and we'll have a nice beautiful arch a little bit higher in the sky. Cool, cool. There is oh, I love these shapes, this fish scale shapes, this, you know, this little pointy thingies. These are just beautiful. These are just telling that the aurora is active. This is so nice. So SAR reports is plus 15 degrees in California. I guess it's cold for California. I would suppose we'd have at least plus 30 degrees centigrade on any day of the year, but I guess things can happen. I guess it's winter in California or something. So you can see now that almost all of the sky has like this shade of green, and occasionally we have this aurora buzzing in the skies. Now it looks like it's danced and it's gone. Interesting. But I suppose it has been doing that all night tonight. It has been doing this little fast pointy appearances everywhere. And there was a really cool and nice moment which I didn't manage to capture as I was setting up, but it was very beautiful. But it was literally like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, very bright, like this kind of sparkle. So it's amazing how aurora can be really different on various nights. Sometimes it's just one lazy big arch, and on the other nights it's just, you know, multiple things happening at the same time with little fish scale structures and stuff like that. Gary's saying better than last night. Yes, last night it was different. I mean, it's very hard to compare these things, like which was better. I guess for me it was a good one because I've seen whole of the show and you guys only saw 20 minutes, but you know, that's life, and I've taken pictures for hours, so for me it was quite a long night. And some of these pictures that you are seeing on our feed, on our Facebook feed and Instagram feed, these are from this last night, a couple of nights ago. And even though the auroras were not very bright, this kind of snowy terrain kind of sealed this whole idea of northern lights and this magical winter wonderland stuff. So now we are having just a bunch of green, not very kind of defined aurora, but let's wait some more and see what happens later, as it's quite likely it will do some more stuff tonight. Jane is saying, feeling privileged watching from the UK. Thank you. That's very nice of you for joining our late night show. I'm always saying that these live streams are much better than TV, and personally, I haven't been watching TV since 2006, so I guess I don't even know what I'm losing. But in any case, so this is so much better than TV. This, the auroras, and the fireplace. watching a fireplace going for hours. So these things you can watch quite a long time, like eternity. Karen is asking, can you tell us what stars are also shining brightly? Unfortunately, to my shame, I'm not like very good in astronomy. I know, of course, the Big Dipper and the Orion and stuff like that, Pleiades, but I'm not really sure if like we should concentrate on this. The Big Dipper is actually just above me, a little bit to the right, like it's in the apex, like directly high up, so I can see that very clearly on my upper right. And if the aurora goes there, like directly above us tonight, then maybe we will go there. And usually Orion, my favorite constellation, is there in the back, so it's usually in the south. So that doesn't get in the same frame as the auroras, but there are quite a lot of stars indeed here. It's a cold winter night with no clouds, so this is kind of a cool thing. But this whole northern horizon is now just a bunch of green, so this kind of what active aurora leaves behind. It leaves this kind of very foggy, vague kind of green aurora color. That's when it dances beautifully, you can see the sky like that. But actually, what you saw with me right now is already the second show like that. It has done one show already, seducing me to go out, and then it did the same thing. It like disappeared into this green fog. But then just right after that, another show has started, which is this one. So I'm hoping that soon we're gonna see the third show. So this is some kind of a interlude right now. At least that's what I'm hoping it is. So looks like we have a bunch of folks from US tonight on the stream, or at least you're the ones that are more active commenting, which is quite nice. So I suppose you're having a bright daylight over there while we're having some nighttime here in Lapland, waiting for more green lights to appear. It is incredible how fast the days are increasing right now in Lapland. Just 6 weeks ago we had a sunset at around 3 p.m. and if you're a frequent viewer of our shows, you've probably seen our live streams that I'm telling you guys like how short the day is, like always telling you about that. And now February has been great. We had sunshine on almost every day except well, today was a little bit more cloudy, but we are sunbathing. And now sunset comes at 4 p.m. and then darkness comes just around 6. So we have already gained like 5 hours of daylight compared to 6 weeks ago. So this is totally incredible. And that actually brings us, like, we are going to have our final Aurora Marathon now in end February, March and early April, but then it's like the end of the season, as the amount of light will increase so drastically. In April it will be like a real challenge to see any lights, because you would only have a couple of short night hours with darkness, and after that the horizon will just starts to glow light even at midnight, and slowly it will overpower the light of the auroras. That will happen in last couple of weeks of April, so we are just 2 months away from the end of the season, which is quite incredible. And it's been a quite a good season this year. We had a very strong September and October, as they always are, and we have found, well, I have found this new live streaming opportunity, and I managed to live stream for the whole winter, even in minus 35 degrees centigrade, which is, I guess, it's almost the same as minus 35 in Fahrenheit. I know that minus 40 F and minus 40 C, they are the same thing. So that was a very cold night to live stream, but luckily all the gear managed to survive that. Well, except my dummy battery, which what happened is that the wires on these dummy batteries, like this is the battery that you insert the camera in, instead of the little one, you can basically plug it into a power adapter or something like that with the dummy battery. So these wires got so cold that they basically like disintegrated once I detached the camera and tried to pack everything, like fell into pieces. So there was some damage done after this cold night, but that's quite a small thing for a good show. So Dell is enjoying our commentary about the aurora. Now it's quite small, just some bunch of green light on the horizon, which doesn't do much stuff, but I'm hoping that it's just charging for more now, and we just need to be a little patient and wait a little more. Of course, you guys are at your places quite warm. Here it's kind of cold outside, but luckily not so cold, like only about minus something like 7-8 degrees centigrade. Benjamin is saying, can we see it in Rovaniemi? Yes, you can. I'm not sure where you guys staying, but the one place I always recommend for visitors is to go near the Arcticum Park, which is on the river bank of Ounasjoki River, just 5 minutes walk away from the city center near the Arcticum Museum. And I've actually live streamed from there once when I was a bit late for the show and I decided not to go anywhere far, and I just decided to stay there, and I think it was a good decision, as the aurora was kind of very low on the horizon that night. So I did manage to catch a good show for all of us. So quite soon we should be getting into a very nice area for the solar wind. This stream of charged particles from the sun that fuels the auroras. So I'm really hopeful for a nice explosion quite soon, hopefully. Never know with the tricky aurora, but I can now see that this green arches are climbing a little higher, although they are not that bright. I can see that they are climbing a little bit higher over the horizon and over the trees. So I hope that at one point the aurora will explode again, as it did a couple of times already during this night. So it's often quite difficult to nail the right moment for this live streaming, so sometimes we need to be patient, but that's life. That's what seeing good aurora means. You just have to be patient, like with many things in life, and just wait for this good moment. So these live streams also kind of enable you to see this whole show, how it develops, how it fades, how it ignites again. So in the old days I just used to post like the best video of the night or just the best picture, but that is only like only one way of looking at it. So I think this another live streams are like bring you guys closer to the reality of how this night usually plays out. So now almost the whole of the northern sky is light green color. I don't see any active action anywhere, but I see a lot of green light on the horizon. It's rising a bit higher now than in the beginning. So, sorry saying I must go, but it has been nice. If this live stream saves to YouTube, then I'll come back to watch. Yes, these live streams are usually saved on our YouTube channel and on our Facebook channels, so I suggest that you come back later to our channel and check what happened next after this, or actually it might be quite soon, you never know. But in any case, there will be recording of this stream, and there are also recordings of all our previous streams, so there are really some nice moments out there on these live streams. We have our good friends Rosanna and Brenna joining the streams, our frequent aurora hunters. So hope you guys are doing well. Hola Rosanna, ¿qué tal? Hopefully you're all doing fine. So if you're just joining the stream, we had a really nice sparkling action in the beginning of the stream with a few kind of interesting moments. Now we are seeing a lot of green on the horizon. It kind of looks like it wants to activate. Kind of looks like there's something happening, but not to that extent that it would be really active. So we are keep waiting. We are in a very good stream of solar wind, which is magnetic with the Earth's magnetic field. So they are liking each other. They are on a date. They have had their holding hands already, had their first kiss, which was quite passionate, and now they are thinking what they're going to do next, if they'll become an item tonight or not. I guess I'm still in the mood from the Valentine's Day with this kind of metaphors. Hopefully you had a good Valentine's Day as well. We also had a good one with Julia. Went out to support some local restaurants which are in a deep troubles these days. So as one chef in Finland said, let there be like a restaurant day every day. So we are really faithful to that, and hopefully you'll also be able to support your your local businesses, your small mom and pops, shops, restaurants, cafes, or what have you. And if you cannot visit, just dial them up, send them an email, buy a gift card or something like that, or just order takeaway, order from them, pick things up. I think that we have to start thinking about our communities a little more. So I've stopped buying things in big stores, international stores. I try to buy from Finnish local smaller stores, whatever I'm buying. So think that will help them somewhat, but we have to do it on a really, really bigger scale to make a difference, and hopefully you'll be able to make a difference as well wherever you are in your community, and wake people up and talk to them, and try to inspire them for some more responsible kind of shopping and money spending as well. So we have a really, really huge green cloud now, but the active regions are still missing from the picture, but that's okay. There is time to wait, and I'm really hopeful that we'll see a good show tonight. I believe that we are in a process of charging a nice little explosion of green lights, and as it is very hard to know the exact moment, so we just have to continue live streaming and wait for it to happen. Fatima is asking, restaurants are open? Yes, they are. They are open in Finland, although the nightclubs are closed. Well, technically they can be open, but they have to close so early for some weird reason, without any scientific basis for the early closure. But in any case, the nightclubs are closed. Pubs are barely surviving because they have to stop serving alcohol at 10. Restaurants are doing better because people can come and eat there, although I guess there is some limitation on the amount of persons allowed in. But in any case, we try to support local restaurants as good as we can, and activate local people to visit as well. So Lillian is saying, sounds like you had a nice Valentine's Day. As a matter of fact, I did. It was a good, sunny, beautiful, romantic day outside with my Han, and I hope that you guys also had some really nice, creative and romantic moments as well. So Rosalie has seen only a small aurora, but she's saying that it was a nice adventure a year ago when she visited, and indeed it's sometimes quite challenging to get the right nights for your travel to see the good show. But the one tip I can give you is just come, like in these months, like February or March, maybe next year. So this will give you the best chances for auroras. If that's your main goal, of course. If you're just want an overall winter experience, you can come in any month. And especially if you go how high up north in the two most northern regions of Finnish Lapland, in Kilpisjärvi and Utsjoki, these regions offer really good chances throughout the winter. So when you are so high up north, then the auroras is basically knocking on your window or your door on any clear night with clear skies. So still we are seeing a bunch of green stuff covering the whole northern horizon right now, and I still can see it quite well with my own eyes. Okay, there is lots and lots of green thingies happening over there. So we are currently in a good northern lights possibility for the next half an hour or so. So I'm gonna continue live streaming, and I'm really optimistic that we will catch it tonight if the technology is still playing along. So far, I guess everything is going well. So Bren is saying, I absolutely agree about shopping local for product and eating local. Shopping at local farmers, markets of fresh produce, dairy, meat, etc. Yes, we've actually found out that we have a nice local farmers market as well here in our hometown of Rovaniemi, and they organize it every 2 weeks or something, and we've been frequenting that quite a lot. So there you have like really small producers as well, and quality stuff. It costs money, but well, in any case, it is a really good produce, even better than in supermarkets. And I guess it's still kind of investment in your health as well. If you're eating healthy and good stuff, maybe you're actually saving money like that. Eating healthy and the good stuff. So still quite a lot of green over there. There's a very tiny action. Now you can see there's a kind of a lazy green arch, but now it goes a little higher, so let's go a little higher as well. So we've already experienced 2 small shows here, and I'm really hopeful we'll have a good and third show a little later, or maybe even soon tonight, who knows. So yes, it's getting a little colder here in Lapland. Gary saying, still looks nice, Alex, but not dancing. Yes, it's a little bit dull right now with no dancing, but let's be patient and wait for it to charge and blow up again. It's quite often the aurora needs a little time basically to charge this energy, which is inside the Earth's magnetic field, stretching backwards from our planet's direction. And at some point when there's a good charge happening and the magnetic field lines intersect far behind the Earth's tail in its back, when these lines intersect, then we have this bright sparkling of auroras. So hoping for this next appearance. So Fatima is saying that restaurants are closed in France. Well, that is very unfortunate. You guys have a very nice cuisine, and hopefully that they will reopen soon, like they did in Italy. And people are enjoying their restaurants as well. And here we had a closure of restaurants last year in April and May, but luckily they were reopened in June and not have closed since. So now we have quite a lot of green in the sky, like really lots and lots, but no dancing yet. Like it's pale green everywhere, like a residue from this last blow, or actually it may be a sign of aurora activating again, because now it's getting even higher. I have to point the camera higher. In the beginning we only saw they were right there in the middle of the trees, but now it's like now it's like over there already, like 50 degrees angle. So there's just a lot and lot of green. But it's a good sign. It's a good sign that the amount of green is increasing. So that's a sign that it still might explode. Usually, if it's not getting active, then this green residue just fades away, and there is like more stars and more dark color of the sky. But now it just keeps on doing that. Quite interesting. And as I was saying, tonight we didn't have like a good forecast at all, so I wasn't even planning on going outside. But then I saw that there is some surprise aurora happening, and just decided to do this improvised stream for you guys, and gonna continue streaming until it looks like that it's getting to some point of conclusion, but it's still not there. And there's just green stuff everywhere. Like it's a big faint arch, changing shapes a little. So Brenna is saying, what's the space weather saying? Well, it's not saying anything to us in terms of the words, but the space weather live site says that we are in a good stream of magnetic solar wind, which is, basically trying to seduce the Earth's magnetic field for some nice dance. So I believe that there is a good reason to continue live streaming for that action. There was this one time, maybe 4 or 5 nights ago, I don't remember exactly, I guess it was 4 nights ago, when I did 1 hour of live streaming with good action, a little bit similar to this one, but not really strong one, and then I had technical problems, the stream was cut off, and I went to change my camera's position, and I saw that they're beginning again. Just all of a sudden, like out of the blue, there was this big fish ribs kind of pattern, which is usually signifies the beginning of the discharge or the explosion. So I just ran back to this live stream setup that I'm having and pressed the button, and we streamed for 1.5 hours more. So it can be quite tricky to predict when is the good moment. there's Benjamin saying thank you, Alex, but we are looking at them live tonight. This is quite good. Live as in real life. Rosalie is saying, I hope that you show us Rovaniemi during the summer. Don't forget us. Oh sure, definitely. Definitely won't forget you guys, and in summer it's much easier to do videos and live streams because it's not so cold and we have some really beautiful weather and sunlight around the clock, so the best time for live streaming in summer is actually at night time, not even at daytime, when I like to go on top of the hills and fells. So there is still quite a long time to go until the summer, and we have a good couple of months for wintry stuff and for auroras as well, so let's not get too much ahead of the time. So here we have some nice green shimmering. On the horizon. So it looks like it's moving a little bit. And the green arch is also changing shape ever so slightly. So let me point up in the sky a little bit, show you the stars, and you can see that pretty much the whole of the northern horizon is filled with the green color. Quite interesting. So there is some small action on the back on the right side over there. So a little more intense than in this couple of previous minutes. So a brighter kind of area. So now we have a few of interesting fish scale, this kind of, really sharp and pointy thingies. So something, little action over there, just over this beautiful pine tree. So I've been streaming for almost an hour now. Time passes so quickly out here. For me it was like 15 minutes. And now there is an interesting kind of shape over there. Interesting, definitely interesting. So some more green light filling up the sky right now. Not as sharp as before, not as in this fast swirly things, but this kind of a like a curtain or something like that, like a green curtain just behind the tree, and it's having a little tail going downwards. So it becomes quite bright now. I can clearly see it with my own eyes as well. And there actually another smaller arch above that, but I'm not going to go there yet. So we have some nice development here. This curtain is a bit slow moving, but it's increasing in size nevertheless, and goes across the sky, and its tail is very active as well. There is some interesting shapes over there. So a different kind of aurora now for tonight. More mellow, more relaxed aurora. At least for now. Okay, so it looks like that there is a little bit more color everywhere happening. So this is the most active region right now on the right side, with a few of more visible areas, and the arch over there, it's spanning all throughout the sky. It's actually going a little higher now, so all of these shapes are going higher up in the sky. Quite interesting. So let's go back to our active region on the right side. So it's doing quite nice. So I'll correct the horizon a little bit here. Oh, sorry about this wobbly stuff. Okay, looks better now. So we have a good and big curtain over there now, which is S-shaped to my view, and it's moving gently over the sky, and there is some more stuff just above it, some more arches. Now I'm seeing another arch which is very faint, but it's getting quite high. It's actually getting near the Big Dipper. Actually just crossing the Big Dipper to my right now, but still I'm gonna keep showing you this active region for now. So now there is indeed, it's getting quite higher now. It's getting very high up in the sky, almost 90 degree, not just 90 degree, but quite close to that. Let's see if we can go for the Big Dipper over there, but now you can see there on the right a couple of less active arches, but they're shooting directly up in the sky. So I'm gonna stay with this big and active region over there on our right, and it's going places. It's increased in size now and gone quite a way to the left. So this is more or less north. A little bit north is that way, so it's almost directly facing north right now, this more active region. So there's definitely some action going on. But not the dance type that we are all waiting to see. At least not yet. Brenna is saying the anticipation is actually thrilling me, I think. When you're waiting and waiting, looking for the activity in every change, then when the lights come, the sky just explodes. So let's see if we have another one. You never know. It might just be teasing us, but in any case, I think it's still worth a wait and see what happens next. So, while I was reading the comment from Brenna, the arch has become quite straight, shooting up as it usually does, as an arch, while it was like an S-shaped curtain in the beginning, and now it just goes around the sky like a typical Northern Lights arch does, and it is shooting quite high up in the sky, spanning almost throughout all of the horizon. And up there we also have some green stuff. Oh, there was a shooting star, but very far away from the frame. Not a big one, but still a good one. And And now we have auroras shooting with multiple arches into the sky, but they are not really like the active arches, but they're going pretty high up in the sky. And now I have one arch which is directly above me. I'm not sure if I can put this camera so high. Well, let me try doing this. I'll just go handheld. So this is looking directly up right now, so not a big action, but it's still up there, directly up overhead of me. And there we have the Big Dipper with some auroras. So let's get back on the tripod and take a look at our arch. There we go. It's still there, still sort of glowing over there. So in a kind of a teasing mode. So now there are a couple of arches in the sky. This is the most active one, but there are at least 1, 2, or depending on how you count, but I guess somewhere between 2 and 4 arches. But this is the most active one. The other ones above it are just kind of a faint green fog, but still now it covers almost half of the sky. Lori said, I must have missed your answer, but when do you sleep? Well, I sleep when we have cloudy nights and when I'm not on a deadline to produce some content. So that's when, well, basically, as we have our own company all about Lapland, I can sleep a little longer on these mornings after the aurora chase. But indeed, it is a calling of some sort to be looking for the auroras during the whole night, and I answered the call quite many times. So now we are having still quite a big arch, but it looks like it's not liking the idea of dancing. It's just liking the idea of relaxing like that, doing lots of green stuff. So there is a big size, but not this really sharp, beautiful thingies. Maybe that's the way it decided to discharge tonight, like that. A bit later, so as a little bit more slow and big kind of thingy. Well, you never know how it turns out on a given night, so that's the way aurora is sometimes. Laura is saying it's your drug of choice. I'm sure your neck always hurts constantly looking up. Well, I'm not always looking up. Sometimes I just have to look straight somewhere. So looks like there is a small tiny eruption over there, but it is indeed true that the longer we go, the less likely it looks like that it's going to erupt. So let's do it like this. Let's wait for 5 more minutes, and if it's not doing anything else, that we will call it a night, and I can basically always restart the stream if it happens again. But let's give it 5 more minutes and see what it can produce. Yes, I think that this is the shape it decided to do tonight. So this big, slow and gently shivering shape. So despite a very, very promising start in the beginning, the readings show that it has erupted, but in a very, very slow fashion, like we are having in our view. So this big but very, very gentle arch, which is a bit unfortunate, but that's the way it is, and you cannot really predict how exactly it will play out. But let's give it a few more minutes, because it can indeed surprise. Or actually, I think the best way would be that I'll just leave it running as it is, because some still might enjoy the show. But I'll just go and grab a cup of tea, and I'll continue streaming. It's not very cold, but I'll be back with the commentary a little bit later. But I'll just leave the stream now. I'm gonna go and warm up a little bit, and see you a little bit later then. Yeah, that's a really good idea, because I really would use a hot drink. So you can always, of course, join later and see if there were any good moments. But if we don't see or hear each other this night, I wish everyone a good day, good evening, and thanks a lot for joining in. And in any case, we'll see you in the next one. And I'll just keep it running for now, and let's see if it can surprise us a little later. Haha, I'm back. If anyone is watching, we have finally something new happening. And it's been 2 hours 15 minutes into the show, and now we're finally having this aurora dance again. Wow, it's been a long wait, and it came back dancing for us. So amazing. So cool. So now it's hiding behind these trees over there. So there was some comments from Ali saying definitely not the same, but we have a Borealis light show starting next week as a part of our arts festival. Yes, Borealis show, interesting. So, it did dance for quite a short while, and now it's back into hiding again. But maybe it's a good sign to continue streaming, as you never know what's gonna happen. So in case you're wondering where I am, I'm just warming up and drinking some tea inside while waiting for it to begin again. And it looked like it's gonna go more active for a little while, but now it's almost back to what it was. Well, let's continue for some more, because it looks like things can happen. So I'm gonna continue warming up just for a while. After the break, aurora has returned. So guys, I think with this beautiful views it's time to say good night finally. We had our good moments and quite a long aurora, so it's been a really good and beautiful night. And it seems like it's gonna still continue for a while, but I think we've seen quite good parts tonight. So thanks a lot for watching and stay cool.